Hey everyone, Steve here from theturtlefollower.com, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the markets for the upcoming week. But before we get to that, I just want to go over a couple things that are new to the website in case you guys haven't been there for any length of time. I changed this in the last couple days. So first thing I want to point out to you is the TTF University. All right, this is under construction. Basically, what I'm looking to do here is to put together a series of just quick videos, maybe 3-4 minute videos, just highlighting a specific piece of information. I actually this morning recorded one for the watch list, so I'll get those up as I progress through them. But you could see here that basically everything that you would think you would need to know to learn how to trade and to become a better trader, you could probably find here. Okay, so it's going to be entering positions, exiting positions, and each one of these are categories. When you actually click through and enter into the page for this, it'll have maybe 4 or 5 videos kind of going over different aspects of entering a position, different aspects of exiting a position. I'm also going to be taking the downloads page that I've told you about previously and kind of breaking that up into putting it into the TTF University. Okay, so this HPS checklist, you'll be able to find that in guides and checklists. This using alerts and contingent orders is going to go under managing a position. So again, TTF University is going to be the go-to source for anything that you need to know when it comes to trading. And what I'm going to do is it's actually going to be a restricted page. You have to sign up for a free membership. It's all it is, free membership, very similar to anything else that I offer that's free. As far as the free pass for the premium membership, there's no credit card required, no nothing. It's completely free. The only thing I ask you to do is go ahead and fill out a free sign up page, and then you'll have a password and a username, and you'll actually get inputted into the system. Because after this page, when you go to click on entering a position or exiting a position, it will be locked to free members only. Okay, so there is going to be that aspect of it. The other thing is I will be putting on videos as quickly as I possibly can, but if there's something in particular that you want to know now, that you need to know soon, that is something that's like a burning pain that you have with trading, please leave a question, or I'm sorry, please leave it in the comments section. All right, if it's in the comment section, I'll know that that's more of a pressing issue for a lot of people than maybe what I'm thinking is pressing issues. But going through, I'm going to have very basic stuff, bid price, ask price, shares, what a stock is, that kind of stuff. And then we're going to go into more advanced concepts like the tick charts and stuff that moving averages and everything like that. So a lot of stuff from the Trade School videos will be incorporated into these, and Trade School will then be dismantled, and it's really going to be this TTF University is going to be the go-to source. So again, hope you guys enjoy that aspect. The other one that I want to point out to you is something fun, something that I think is a good learning experience. It's the TTF Bracket Challenge. All right, and we're in March Madness. Hockey playoffs are coming up. I've had a couple people send me some good picks as far as what they're looking for the next week or so, but I want to kind of formalize it and really make it into a competition. I'm not sure how the prizes work out or anything for right now, but again, I'm really trying to gauge participation at this point, because honestly, if we don't have the 16 people every month to do it, we're not going to be able to do it. It's just but again, this is more of like a fun learning experience. New traders seem to always look for the perfect trade, and this is a way just to kind of get them out of their comfort zone a little bit. Go ahead and just put it out there. Put the pick out. It's public information. It'll say whoever picked what, and ultimately, each week we'll compete against another person in the bracket challenge until we get all the way to the end and have a winner. So I will fill out the bracket as we go, but ultimately, again, it's just really a fun competition amongst friends, and maybe if I can, I'll throw in a prize here or there. But again, it's really just a fun learning experience, and it's really meant for newer traders, traders just looking for a little maybe some other picks that other people have, because what's going to happen is this is all going to be populated, and you're going to get 16 different trades for 1 week, and maybe they are trades that you didn't see or you didn't realize, but ultimately I think it's going to be a good little competition amongst friends. So again, if you guys are interested in that, you can head on down here. You can see here, next challenge is a month away. Is April 1st. So you can see we're counting down, and just enter your name and email address. You'll get put on the list, and then a couple days before we're getting ready to start, I'll send an email out and ask you to reply back with your picks, and then I'll input them. And then each week we'll do the same exact thing until we get down to one guy. All right, so or girl. So those are the two new things coming to theturtlefollower.com. Again, I hope you guys are really enjoying the content. I'm really loving putting this website together. I'm really loving how it's evolving. I never thought when I started that it would be to the point where I have members and I have people watching and reading the content I have. So again, I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am enjoying putting it together. So with that said, let's head on over to the platform and we'll take a look at today's outlook. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is the S&P 500. And while we had a crazy day on Wednesday, all right, Wednesday was Fed day, but ultimately you can see here the week has provided some nice gains throughout. Okay, you could see we ended the week last week right here at this 2042, right at trendline support. Monday we came in and started moving above this 3-day move and potentially showing signs of a reversal. Tuesday came in, we tested the 50-day moving average. Make it bigger so everyone can see. Okay, we tested that 50-day moving average and ultimately rallied off of it. Wednesday looked like we were breaking down. Fed came out and gave us some what the market perceived as good news, and ultimately we had this huge rally. Thursday came in, kind of gave back a little bit, but with the premium members, I discussed how we really just came back to what we call half back. Okay, and that's exactly 50% retracement. So when you have these candles, these big giant candles, you can see a 50% retracement was really right here at 2075, and the market came back to 2076 and a half. All right, so that just kind of proved to me that traders weren't looking to sell like they had been back here. It wasn't like this reversal. It was just a very calculated, pullback. And then, sure enough, Friday, options expiration, we had to move higher. And ultimately, we closed right at the tops of these two candles. You'll see here on Wednesday, we closed at 2092.25. Is that right? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Highs. We're looking at highs. 2099.75. Right? Thursday was 2099. And the close from today was 2099.75. So that 2100 level really held the market in check. All right, so that was the whole point of that little exercise. But ultimately, looking at where we are at in the trend, does anybody out there see any reason we don't test 2115? I mean, I personally don't. I just don't see how it doesn't happen. We really have no resistance points between here and there, except for the round number of 2100. You could see that has supported for this little couple day move here, and it is rejecting us right now. So once we clear that 2100 level, there's your 2100. All right, once we clear that level, I really see no reason we don't test these highs here at 2113. And ultimately, I really see no reason we don't break out higher. A lot of stuff going well right now. Positions and trades and watch list stocks are all moving higher, pretty much at within a couple percent of new highs. And that's not just for us. That's across the board. A lot of these big name stocks, Facebook's breaking out, Apple's close to putting in a higher low. So a lot of different things going on, a lot of things that I think are beneficial. And honestly, if we break over 2100, which I really don't see being a huge level, 2113 would be my next target. And ultimately, I think then maybe what we do is we consolidate, let this trend line catch up, let the 50-day moving average start to curl under, and then set us up for a breakout over 2113. Now the NASDAQ is a completely different story, or I shouldn't say completely different, but it's a much stronger story. Okay, the NASDAQ actually tested its highs yesterday. All right, so that's one of the reasons we kind of pulled back late in the afternoon, was the NASDAQ started to pull back. But ultimately here, the NASDAQ is testing its highs right here at 44.75. All right, and ultimately, whether this becomes a large consolidation or not, I don't know at this point. I just don't, with the strength in the other markets, I just don't see it happening. All right, but you can see this is a classic textbook breakout from a symmetrical triangle, or an asymmetrical triangle, or an ascending triangle, depending on which term you want to use. But you can see we broke out. Here were those highs, and we pulled back, tested those highs, which happened to be at the 50-day moving average, which happened to be at the trend line. So this was an extremely strong area, okay? And then ultimately breaking out higher. So again, tested the highs there in the NASDAQ, and I think if we get some further strength in the S&P, I don't see why the NASDAQ doesn't break out. Now, as far as the Dow goes, similar situation to the S&P. This is really being rejected by this 18,000 level. Okay, that's kind of what's holding us back. You know, we are above it a bit, but ultimately looking for it to break over 1834 and then going ahead and testing 18,250. All right, that would be the next level. But in the grand scheme of things, no doubt about it that the S&P and the Dow are the laggards. All right, because ultimately the Russell is out to new highs. All right, so that's kind of going to drag stuff up with it. Everything is going to kind of, you know, I always look at it when you try and rate these, in order of strength. The Russell is definitely the strongest right now, obviously. I mean, breaking out to new highs. The NASDAQ is very close behind. All right, it tested its new highs, and the Dow and the S&P are there. But the way I look at this is, usually when you get one or two indices breaking out, it's not a fluke. All right, so I kind of look at it as the S&P and the Dow need to play some catch up, and ultimately that's why I think that we go higher and not lower. All right, because if we weren't breaking out on or weren't even close to breaking out on two of these, then I would say, you know what, we have a little bit maybe of sideways action coming. But the fact that the Russell has already broken out, the fact that the NASDAQ is testing its highs and looks imminent to break out, I just don't see how the S&P and the Dow go lower. So that's the way I'm looking at this week. Again, really not much to say. I mean, we talked about this, risk being to the downside back here. Then we also called risk on type of situation. And now I think it's just more of a, not necessarily risk on, but just hold your positions. All right. Hopefully you were able to add some positions in here. We're going to be adding a few more positions to the model portfolio this weekend, and the watch list stock looks poised for multiple more positions in the coming week. So again, I just don't see any reason that we don't break out across the board. And if that's what we have going on, then we could really lead to some serious gains. So it's a risk-on situation, but it's not necessarily as banging the table hard risk-on as it was last week. All right. So again, this is where you just want to kind of selectively add, all right, and just ride your positions into profits, hopefully. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you do, please leave a comment or question below. Please hit that like button on Facebook, on YouTube. And also, make sure you're signing up for the nightly recap, okay? And this way you get all these free videos right to your inbox every week. So again, 3 things. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and sign up for the nightly recap. Other than that, we will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.